for the girls on the grind. This is for the girls that'll work full time. This is for the self-made girls. You're the self-paid girls, but I never let them change your mind.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Legend Monet, and today I'm back with another video. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome. You'll love it here. I'm real, I'm raw, and I'm authentic. What you see is what you get. So if you haven't already, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every time I post a video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. Ain't no need to chit chat. Let's go ahead and get right into it. As you can tell by the title, today's video is about how I moved to Houston at 22 as a single mother. I'm going to be giving y'all tips, advice, and I'm going to be answering some frequently asked questions that I have been getting. Because a lot of you all was drew to my channel after I posted an initial video 5 months ago when I first moved about me moving. I gave y'all an empty apartment tour, and I also was telling y'all about how I was a single mother and I'm jobless. I was jobless at the time. So I just kind of like an update and to answer some of y'all questions and concerns on that video. But again, if you're looking to move, not necessarily to Houston, if you're looking to move, period, this video gonna give y'all some tips and advice, and I'm gonna tell y'all what I did to move. I'm gonna put some of the questions and concerns that I had too on the screen, so y'all know that I'm actually addressing certain things as well in this video, and I'm not just blabbling on. So first thing first, alright, you need to decide when you're gonna move. So at this point you're looking at this video, I'm pretty sure you have decided that you're gonna move. You also need to decide where you're gonna move to. I initially said that I initially came to the conclusion that I wanted to move in January of 2023, and I said I wanted to move to Houston. And I said that I wanted to move to Houston by the end of August. So that kind of gave me like an 8-month window from January to August. I'm not going to say, I do feel like that was still a short period of time. So I'm not going to tell y'all what period of time or frame that y'all need to be planning to move. It's just that if you can do it, you can do it. I'm just telling y'all what I did. I gave myself 8 months. So that means I gave myself 8 months to find an apartment, to possibly find a job, to save money, you know, to visit, to do all of these things, and I did it within 8 months. So January 2023 is when I initially said that I wanted to move to Houston. So when I initially decided I wanted to move to Houston, I went ahead and started looking at apartments online to kind of look at like what the cost of living would be, and also to kind of get an idea of where I wanted to stay at and what I was looking forward to. So when I was looking at these apartments, I was looking at the requirements and things as well, because some of these apartments can say 2.5 times the rent. It's also gonna have a specific credit score that you have to have, and things of that sort. So you want to make sure that you are coming correct on your end. Maybe if your credit score not to where most of these apartments want it to be at, you can work on that before you move, before you start applying to waste some money and getting denied. That's why I was looking at, you know, what they wanted your credit score to be. If I didn't see it on the websites, I was reaching out to these apartment complexes and things. But that was the first thing I was doing. I was looking at apartments, and I was looking at reviews on the area that these apartments in. Because let's be honest here, what you see online, y'all, you would get false advertisement. So after I was looking at those apartments, I did not start applying right then, but I started writing them down. I was writing them down because being that I wanted to move, I wanted for myself to go and visit Houston, come and visit Houston before I start applying for anything, or look at some of the apartments that I was going to write down on my list, and so I could get a feel of the area, see what kind of areas in, and see these apartments in person, because false advertisement is very much real. So in addition to that, I also started looking at the pricing that I would be paying for like down deposits and stuff like that. So if you're looking at these apartments and you see that the rent may be like $1,500-$1,600 a month, most likely you're gonna have to put $1,600 a month down for your down payment to move in. Most places do. They don't want first month rent. Some people want first month rent plus the rent as a deposit. So you have to pay first month rent twice just to move into these places. So I was doing that, so I was knowing how much moving costs, getting settled in costs that I would need to save. And on average, The rental places I was looking for down here, that was between like $1,400 to $1,600. So right off bat, I knew I needed at least about $2,800 put back just for the apartment and securing my living situation. Thank God when I actually did move, that cost wasn't the factor for me. Like, because I guess my credit score was to a certain point, and I just didn't have to pay all those costs. But my situation may not be your situation, so that's why I'm letting you all know this. So on top of looking at apartments in order to know how much I needed to put back, I also started looking at U-Hauls and moving companies. Okay, so initially what I was going to do when I moved, I was going to get my brother and my father to drive my U-Haul all the way from North Carolina to Texas. Low-key, I was kind of being inconsiderate because, like, who wants to do that for free? And I feel like they're my siblings and my father, so I wasn't going to pay them. But they have lives of their own, and they were very much busy, so it didn't end up working that way. But luckily, in the beginning, I was also looking at moving companies. So I was pricing moving companies. Long story short, y'all, I'm going to just let y'all know this too. These moving companies are a scam. I end up paying $3,600 to move my stuff from North Carolina to Texas. And y'all, when I say I probably had like 500 square feet worth of stuff, because all the clothes and stuff I had put in boxes. The only thing I had was a living room set and a bedroom set, because I sold my daughter a bedroom set. So, and they told me initially that it was going to be like $2,000, and I think I paid $1,500 up front. They said I was going to have to pay like the other $500 once they delivered it. It ended up becoming $3,600. So look into that. Look into these moving companies. Look into the U-Haul. I don't know your situation. Again, I also drove my car here. I didn't get my car shipped here. I know a lot of people. I see a lot of people, a lot of women especially, what they'll do is they'll get their car shipped here and they'll catch a flight here or wherever they're moving to. But y'all, my money and my funds was not calling for that, okay? And also because I'm not gonna say I wasn't prepared, but I was giving myself 6 to 8 months. I'm already trying to come and fly and visit and see what I'm getting myself into. So I was really trying to save as much money as possible, and saving as much money as possible included me driving here on my vehicle and not getting it shipped. Anyway, so fast forward. We already got the fact you need to write down apartments that you're looking at. You need to also look at the requirements. You need to look at the cost that it's going to take to move from wherever you're going to there, whether you're using a U-Haul or whether you're using a moving company. That was the first 4 things I did. Fast forward, y'all. I set up a time for me to come here to Houston to visit. I think I came for like a week in June, and I came during a weekday because you're not coming to Houston on business on the weekend, because it's ain't nothing but tourists on the weekend. You know, if you're coming to look at apartment complexes and apply for these apartment complexes, maybe possibly look at daycares, in which I needed to do, which I did not do until I moved here. You need to come during a weekday. So I came here during a weekday, and I stayed for like a week. And all the apartments that I told y'all that I was looking at to move into on that list in January, I visited those apartments. But I didn't even get to visit every single apartment on that list, because when I visited this apartment here that I'm currently staying in, I instantly fell in love with it and I applied. Let me go to this though, because this is where the confusion came in at. When I was staying back in North Carolina, you all, I was inside of a career. I was working for the state, and I had been at that job for like 2.5 years, going on 3 years. So I was not unemployed back at home. Yes, I was a single mom back at home, but I was not unemployed back at home. So when I came here to visit in June, I still had recent paycheck stubs from my job that I was very much actively working. When I came here to visit and apply for these apartment complexes, most of these apartment complexes just want to see some recent income paycheck stubs. Some apartment complexes do require to show that you're going to have a proof of income here in Texas, but majority of the ones that I applied to, they just want to see some recent paycheck stubs. And that's because you have some people that's trying to use units and things like this in another state as Airbnb units. Some of them just want a vacation apartment. So whenever, anytime they want to get up and fly away and come and stay, they have a place to stay. So therefore, everybody is not looking for paycheck stubs or an income requirement for the state that you're going to be staying in. So when I was applying for these apartments, I showed them my paycheck stubs updated paycheck stubs from the job that I was currently working at the time, and that's how I got approved for my apartment. I'm saying this because I got a lot of comments and concerns, which I'm gonna post somewhere here on the screen. People was like, you're not telling us something, how you get an apartment with no proof of income, and someone also said it just sounds unrealistic, how you have a no job and a single mother. It's like you living off faith to get this apartment. I wanted to make something clear. I never said that when I was at home I did not have a job. I didn't become jobless until I moved to Texas, and I had to leave my other job behind. So I did not have a job here once I moved here. I did not get a job here until like a month and a half later, to be honest. So I wanted to make that clear to a lot of people, because you are absolutely right. You have to have updated paycheck stubs, okay? Whether you get someone to do fake paycheck stubs for you or not, but you got to have a proof of income, and they verify your proof of income. So I had to have a proof of income, which I did. When you also apply for these apartments, you got to have a identification card for your background check and social security card and things of that sort. So, things to show your identity and show that it's you that's actually applying for this apartment complex. So boom, when I came down here, I had all of that. I had my updated paycheck stubs and everything, and it took me like a week to get approved for this apartment. They do like an initial pre-approval or not, and I did get approved for the pre-approval, but the basis on everything else regarding my background check and everything, it took a little while longer because I'm an out-of-state resident. So if you stay in the state of Texas, maybe you stay in Dallas or somewhere, and you're looking to move to Houston, it'll be easy. You probably get your approval or your approval odds right then and there, but it took a little while longer for me due to the fact that I'm an out-of-state resident and I had to wait on my background check to come back. So boom, I come down here in June, I look at the apartment, I apply for it with the documents that they requested. I was approved like a week later once I got back home. When I was approved for this apartment here that I applied for, I had I think a 60-day grace period for me to move in. They will hold your apartment for 60 days, and that's what they did. You go ahead and sign the lease and everything beforehand for the date that you're going to move in, but upon your approval, they will hold your apartment for you for 60 days with like a small deposit fee. I think my deposit fee was maybe like $500, maybe. I think it was about $500, but I was approved for, you know, this apartment. I only had to keep it for 60 days for $500. Alright, so with that being said, this was around like June 20th, I say, when I got approved for this apartment. And when I gave them my deposit, I set my move-in date for August 1st, because I'm like, at this point, it's like, okay, I got the apartment, I'm just ready to move in. So fast forward, I went ahead and booked the moving company, and then what I was also doing, I was looking for jobs here. Okay, I already got the apartment now, so let me go ahead and start applying for jobs. So y'all, I was applying for work from home jobs, I was applying for warehouse jobs, I was applying for everything, y'all. And also, when I went back home, I started looking for childcare options. I'm gonna be honest, it's better to look for childcare when you get within the city. And I said it because when I was looking for childcare back at home, everything was like $1,200, $1,300 a month. And I'm thinking like, ain't no way childcare is the same with this rent. Okay, so when I actually moved down here, that's when I kind of started looking for childcare more and more. But I'm going to also tell you, for you single mothers, if you don't have any proof of income once you first move like me, there are programs that are willing to help you out. Here in Texas, you have something called NCI. It's basically financial aid for childcare. Basically, if you qualify for it, this is assistance that will meet you halfway. Maybe if your child daycare is $600 a month, maybe they'll pay $300 and you just meet them with the other $300. I just feel like that's something that is very, 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 very helpful to mothers. Me, I did apply for that. At the time, I was over the income limit. No, I lied. At the time, I didn't have any income coming in, so I did qualify for it. Now, I no longer qualify for it because they say the job that I have is over the income limit. So therefore, I am paying for childcare out of pocket. And when looking for childcare, I say look online and look at these reviews of these places. And most of the time, you're able to go into these daycares yourself. They are welcoming to you. That's what I did. I toured a couple daycares, and the daycare that my daughter is in, it is a daycare, but it's also like a learning center. So it's kind of like pre-K. So she's getting all the skills that she needs to learn before she actually go to school, because my baby will be a late school starter, being that her birthday comes super late. So that is my tips on childcare for young mothers who's looking to get their child into childcare. What else can I say? I already told y'all how to look for these, look for these apartments, how to price the U-Haul, and how to price these moving companies and reach out and get quotes. I told y'all to come and visit to look at the area. I told y'all what y'all gonna need regarding documents, meaning paycheck stubs, identification cards, social security cards, and things like that. Told y'all how to look for childcare. And I think that's about it. Am I missing something? Am I missing something? If I missed something in this video, y'all, please comment below what I missed, or if you have any more questions, and I will answer them in the comments. Because y'all, I had this video planned out, and I kind of went off from what I was talking about regarding the list that I had planned out. But honestly, I think I gave y'all everything, all the tools that y'all would need to move. And let me just say this. I'm going to give y'all an average estimate that I think that y'all need to be able to move comfortably. So, for myself, you all, I'm going to be honest, only had, I think, like $7,000 saved. Last minute, I told y'all I had to pay the moving company $3,600. Move-in costs, I told you I only had to pay the $500 deposit fee, which resulted in them holding the place for me, and I didn't have to pay no move-in fees. And I had got my first month rent free, so I didn't have to worry about that. But to be honest, even with that, okay, even with that, your money goes quick, because when you first move, when you very first move, this is the problem right here. Here in Texas, you have to get a Texas identification, which a lot of jobs call for a Texas identification if it's a good job. You have to get your insurance. If you have a vehicle, your insurance for your car switch to Texas first, which costs money, and get a Texas state inspection and registration sticker before you can go apply for your license. For me, I think that was about $600 total, maybe because I have a brand new car. I don't know, but that was about $600 total. So you got to add that into your budget as well, because you got to switch your identification and everything here to Texas or whatever state you're moving to. So take that into account. So to be honest, the money that I had saved up when it came to moving, it went quick. It went absolutely quick. And I was struggling. I still am, to be honest, but it's a little bit better now. But I was very much struggling. So what I do suggest to you, I have about $6,000 saved up, $6,500 maybe saved up. I suggest you to have 2 months worth of rent saved up, plus like $3,000 or $4,000 on cushion money. So therefore, if your rent is $1,500, you need to go ahead and have $3,000 saved up for rent for 2 months. And then add additional $3,000 to $5,000 as cushion money. But if you're moving off a leap of faith like me, take what you got. At least have 1 month worth of rent and utilities saved up. Take what you have and go off a leap of faith. Okay? But yeah, that's all I got for this video. Like I said, if I miss anything in this video, please comment below your questions, concerns, so I will be sure to answer them. I hope that this answered some of the questions that I got on my prior video. But yeah, I told y'all, thank y'all for watching my channel. I keep it real, raw, and authentic. And I'll see you guys later. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell and give me a thumbs up on this video.
For the girls on the grind, this is for the girls that'll work full time. This is for the self-made girls, you're the self-paid girls, but I never let them change your mind.